Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this, and welcome back to Agrarian Skies. And this is the place to be. That's the best pun I can think of when it comes to the name of this house, the place to be. So I have achieved what I wanted to achieve, and I've been trying to achieve manually, and that is I have bred pure common drones and common princesses, to the point where I've set up an additional industrial apiary to just try and breed common drones and common queens, hoping to get some more common princesses, but it's not quite working out as I would have liked. Loads of honeycomb though, so we can chuck the honeycomb into here. So I've also taught my system how to make industrial apiaries, because I'm going to use them today to help with today's quests or today's episode. And what I'm hoping to gain from today's episode is I'm hoping to massively accelerate bees. So I've deliberately done common bees manually, and have I scanned these? I have scanned these. But what I want to do today is I want to show you how we can hopefully save this from ourselves in the future. So we need some mutagen producer. So what's the chance I've got any of that? Nothing. So we need 2 of these. So we can 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 8 of them, and that should give us 2 of them, no problems. What else do we need for the mutagen producer? We need one of these. Mutagen tank, and we need 2 more bronze gears. Hopefully I've got enough bronze to last me now. We need a sturdy casing. Have I not taught the system how to make sturdy casing? Yes, I have. So we've got a mutagen producer. So the mutagen producer I need to put down somewhere with power. I've not really got any space in my house anymore, have I? Not really organised this very well. So I'll put it here. And put some power to it. Should we put it outside? Yeah, let's put it outside with the bees. So we'll put it on this side, shall we? We can hide it underground, it's not really a massive problem. It can be in the ground even. So that's our mutagen producer. And what this does is turns power and some sort of device that we give it into mutagen. So if we show how we get mutagen, so that's not what it's for, that's how we blah, blah, blah. So we get it from glowstone, or from redstone, or from glowstone dust, or from redstone blocks. We get different amounts for each, so depending on what you've got an abundance of. So 4 glowstone dust, so glowstone dust is 200, 4 is 800, so this is 100, so 9 is 900. So it's the same, it doesn't really matter. But I'm pretty sure I've got enough redstone to be able to make a stack of redstone blocks without too much of a problem. Now, the reason I want to get this going is because I want this to convert quite a lot of mutagen ready for when I actually need it. We'll just let that carry on. And then we need to make the actual mutatron thing itself. So initially we're only going to have access, or going to use the mutatron, and then I'll show you the advanced mutatron very quickly. Really? I know I need 3 of these, so I don't know why I did that only once. Don't know why I did that either, because it will just take them off me. So the mutagen is lots of bronze. Again, bronze is the key component of Gendustry apparently. Oh, I need another one of these. So bronze gears. Don't know why I made 4. I'm getting confused now. It is 4, isn't it? Yeah, that's why. The reason I made 4 is because it needs 4. That's the logic behind everything that's happening right now. Oh, need another tank. And I need another sturdy casing. So that should be everything that I need to make the mutatron. Now the advanced mutatron requires the mutatron and a few more bits and bobs. So we'll get it ready. Just because more of these. It will be something that we're going to want to build very quickly and very shortly. So what's missing from the bottom down there? I have got them. I don't know why it didn't pick them up itself. So the advanced mutagen, Mutatron is just going to be something that I will use in a moment. So if we put down the Mutatron, I can show you what it's for. I'm hoping that it will take the mutagen from that. At least it did when I was messing around with it in practice mode. Yeah, good. So it's getting some power. So we need our genetics labware. So the labware is glass panels or glass panes and diamond. So it's quite expensive, but also not very expensive. And what you do with this is, in situations where you have bees, now you could do this from the very beginning. So you could take a normal meadows princess or a forest princess, and you could take a normal forest drone or meadows drone, and you could put it in there. But what I've got is I've got my common drones, and again it's probably worth having a sneaky look at the stats to pick a valuable one. So that's fast, that's what I want. And I've got my cultivated princess, a spare one in here. The cultivated princess is fast, fast, fast. So that means I've got the makings of the next tier of bee. Now I could put it in my apiary, and I could hope that it gets what I wanted, or I could put it in here. By putting it in here, what it does is, in exchange for some mutagen and some power, it will guarantee me the next tier of bee that I want. So it will definitely take those two and mutate them together, and it will hopefully give me a noble bee or a diligent bee. So I need to repeat this process, but obviously I need this queen to actually be a queen and go and do what it needs to do, so that I can use its offspring. So if I have a look in here and grab another common drone, oop, bit of lag, and I grab a, oh, I've taken it out now. I'm assuming they're all the same. It's the way this normally works, or should be working. Yeah. So I need a cultivated princess, which hopefully I've got kicking about. So where's my reward cultivated princess? I'll do. So again, we can repeat the same process. Rather than trying to breed them together and hoping for the best, we can put them into there and see what it does. But I'm just going to go and make the upgrades. So I've got all that I need now. So if we look at the upgrades, we need the upgrade panels. So we need quite a few of these. So let's make some more gold nuggets. So there's loads of them now. So I'm always going to want the light upgrade. So I'll make loads of those. So I've got 3, so they can need 3. I'm always going to want the automation upgrade, because I want to start recycling those bees a lot. And I'm also going to make some lifespan upgrades, because I want to kill them off or get them to tick through quite quickly to save you the just make 50 of them, it's easy, to save you the blushes of being able to do this and watching me able to do it. So I can show you this working, because I think I can get 4 of these, can't I? Where's lifespan? 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 set of bees. 4 and 2 sets of bees. 4. I can come back and get some more if I want to. So hopefully this time, what have we got? Got another diligent queen. So this is not doing what I wanted to do, which is annoying. So the diligent queen is not going to help me get what I want. So I could try and swap the other 2 round. So have I got another common princess? No. So let's see if I've got a common princess over here. I do, common princess. Now the ignoble stop, I've now found out, doesn't matter in Agrarian skies, because it's not appropriate to, or doesn't matter to what we are doing here. So let's try that way around instead. And this is why we want to advance to the advanced mutatron in a moment. Give you another diligent queen, so it's being annoying. So if we put our automation upgrade, our light upgrade, and our 4 lifespan upgrades into each of these, it should speed up the process of cycling through the bees. So this is going to run through a few times while I take this and I upgrade it, because it's clearly not going to do what I want it to do otherwise. Because what the advanced mutatron should do is it should allow me to choose rather than force me to just randomly guess. So obviously this is more expensive, and so it's normally later game. But again, same logic applies. So I need my genetic slabware, and I need to put bees into here. But it doesn't do anything with those bees until I tell it to. So if I grab a common princess and a cultivated drone and put them into here this time, it should give me the options down here. Now obviously I've been getting diligent queens, which is annoying, but I want a noble queen. So now I can pick that, and it will, when it gets enough mutagen, which needs a bucket, so it's just going to have to transfer a little bit more. There we go. Exactly, you get 900, so it needs to burn through a few more redstones. So I don't know why this, I'm guessing I just lost it all. But rather than having not the bee that I wanted, I'm now going to get the bee that I wanted. And then we have our noble queen. So if I put the noble queen into here, we should start to see the noble queen cycle through. And because we've got the light upgrade and because we've got the lifespan upgrade, it doesn't matter that it's gone nighttime. But I will just go to bed anyway, because it's nicer to have the daylight. Mostly because at the moment I'm getting mobs spawning on things like my great wood tree, etc. And it's causing me all sorts of problems. So the noble queen is now going to be going through the process of producing me dripping comb. So I'm going to get basically loads and loads more honey drops when I centrifuge this. Okay. So if I did pick up another common princess, that would be great. Now I'm getting varieties of common things at the moment because I haven't quite managed to get two perfectly identical common bees. But what I want to do is hopefully pick up a diligent drone and a noble sort of princess, or vice versa. So I could take the automation upgrade off of both of these, and that means when it hits the end of this life cycle, I'll keep the princess. And obviously I've got two diligent queens, I don't have to worry too much about the diligent. I can obviously leave that to cycle through, and I could get myself another noble by taking a cultivated princess out of there and another common drone, putting it in my advanced mutagen, and picking the noble queen again. So now that I've got two noble queens and two diligent queens, I shouldn't have to worry too much about being able to cycle this more realistically. So I will let these two cycles run through, and then I will come back in to carry on with the episode. So I'll see you again in a moment. Okie dokie, so we are back and we have what we need. So I have a diligent drone and I have a diligent princess. And I have a noble drone and a noble princess. So now that we have our noble and our diligent, it doesn't really matter about diligent, I care about them, but the noble drone is the next step to get to what I want. So I need a cultivated drone. Is that a full cultivated drone? There's no point using a half and half one. So we grab a cultivated drone out of here. We'll keep the cultivated princess in case we need to make some more, although they're in there, aren't they? What a dumbass I am. So is that the same as them? No, it's not. So he is inferior stock. Go in the inferior stock. Then I want to grab one of these bad boys then. So if I put a noble princess in with a cultivated drone, I should be able to select the majestic queen, which is fantastic. And now that I've got the majestic queen, I need to put her to work. So majestic queen, go into there and crack on with your daily job. And again, it will run through the life of her. And once we have a majestic bee, we can combine that with the noble drone, and that should allow me to get to the one that I'm after, which is the imperial bee. Should we have a look at what a diligent drone gives me with or diligent princess gives me with a noble drone? Because there's loads of variations of bees. So the diligent princess, again, I don't need a diligent as such, or I can easily get more. I've got more going on somewhere else. So that gives me an ancient queen. So again, it's always worth making these bees because there will come down a point in time when the the Ancient Queen is going to do something. So we might as well put the Ancient Queen to work. Let's see what she needs. Is she going to work over here? Yeah, she'll happily be off. So we've got some more common drones and some more honeycomb. So we can just put those to work. And again, we are trying to get through this in a reasonably quick time. So although this is going to tick through quite quickly because it's at 29% already, I will come back in again in a moment when it's ready, when it's finished. So it's jumping through. I think it's doing this in about sort of 2 or 3 minutes. So it's still too long just to watch, but I'll be back in a second. Okie dokie, so we are back, and we have our Majestic Princess and our Majestic Drones. So we'll hold on to the Princess for a second. So what we need now is to check what I've been doing, because I'm hoping I'm clever and I look. So that's a diligent, that's a diligent, that's the noble. So I was hoping that was finished actually, but it's nowhere near finished, is it? Which is annoying. So we have got more nobles available. I didn't think I got rid of them all, so we can take this risk. So if we put the Majestic Princess in there with our noble drone, it should give us the Imperial Queen. Now, I didn't mention this earlier, but there is always a chance when doing this that it will kill your bees and just produce you with some industrial waste. But luckily it hasn't. So if we have a look at our Imperial bee, it is a normal bee, lifespan, slow speed, slow pollen, likes flowers, gives 2 drones, reasonable area, and it does have an effect. Likes normal conditions, produces royal jelly and hopefully some dripping honeycomb. So we now need to put this bad boy into here, and we need to let it run. Now we could leave the lifespan upgrades in there, and it would obviously just allow me to tick through and get some more of them, which is probably something I do want to do. But realistically, I want to allow the bees to produce what it needs to produce. So I want to take the lifespan upgrade out and basically let it run through and let it do what it needs to do. So this is going to hopefully start ticking through, and you can see the side effect of having Imperial bees. So one of the Imperial bees side effects is that it gives you, when you're in the right range, regeneration. So if you tactically spread beehives around, especially in industrial apiaries, you could have a sort of useful regeneration effect nearby. So if I put one over there, and I use my self-sacrifice, I could have automatic regen. So I'm going to let this run through again. And the idea by running this through is that it produces me some drones and some princesses. And as soon as I can get like 2 Imperial bees going in these 2 apiaries, then I will be happy as Larry. So I will sort this out and get this all functioned, and I'll get those bees over there to finish off, and then hopefully we'll wrap up the episode by having a look at the spoils of Imperial bees. Okay, another jump cut time. Ready now. Okie dokie. So one last look, one last check. So in here now, in the Imperial bees, I've labelled them, in case you can't tell. So I've got cultivated bees, common bees, which hopefully I've now standardised because I've managed to get a princess that matched identically with a drone, and so this should just repeat the process now of cycling through and just producing continuous common bees. Noble bees, I've managed that, so that's continuously cycling through. Majestic bees, doing the same thing. And I now have my Imperial bees, hopefully, sorted, because I have a second Imperial princess. And I can take a drone, I can chuck that into there, and I can just start the process of the Imperial bees. I've got a crown on the sign, it is a crown. Sorting it all out. But most importantly, I have started to collect royal jelly. Now I'm hindering myself at the moment by using these lifespan upgrades. So if I take those out, the productivity of the bees should return to normal, because the lifespan obviously means that they have less chance to be alive, so less chance to do what they're supposed to do. So we can bin those off for now. I'm still using them in here just while I try and get a second princess for each of these. So once I've got myself a second princess, I will be happy. But there, that is how you quickly, in one episode, about 20 minutes, go from 2 generations of bee, because I had common and cultivated, all the way through the generations to Imperial. Now there was a little bit of off-camera work, I understand that, but that was just waiting. I was just literally standing and watching. I didn't do anything special or anything different. I just literally waited for that bar to run out. So that's how you do it. So that's how we're going to massively increase our bee productivity and our tree productivity when we get to it, using the advanced Mutatron. It just takes the guesswork out of bees. Obviously, without the industrial apiaries and Gendustry, this would take manually millions of years to create, because it would all be random. Let's just finally check up what my ancient queen's been doing. Oh, she's still going, and she's producing old comb. Not sure if that's something you want to find particularly appetizing. But next time we return to bees, good, we've got 4 now. So next time we return to bees, we should have all of the ingredients we need to finish all of the next tier of quests. So we should be able to finish off genetic manipulation 2, alvearies, and our genetic controls. We should already have our upgrades, so that means we'll be on to, I think this is trees. So yes, successful bees episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something. I hope you found it useful to help you progress your own bees. And as I enjoy my regeneration effect from my bees, I don't know if they give me little kisses or something, I am very happy. Alright guys, bye for now.